Okay, so continuing with the shell scripting. Yeah. So yesterday we have seen till about the variables, local variable, environmental variable, and the shell variable. Now we will also see about how to comment the lines in the shell scripting. Now say for an example, I have a shell script like this. Okay, 3a.sh. See, in all the shell script, it's mandatory to write the first line, the shebang line, that is slash bin slash bash, hash exclamatory slash bin slash bash, and then say for an example, echo hi, echo hello. Okay, I'm just printing. I'm just trying to print only these two. Okay, I'm trying to print these two lines. You could able to see 3.sh. So hi and hello is got printed. Now say for an example, I want to comment any one line here. I want to comment any one line here. So for commenting, I can use this hashtag. Okay, so that this line will not be considered for the execution. If you see here, now which has not, now the hello has been commented, so it is not getting printed. Now say for an example, I am having many lines. Okay, I am having many lines like this. Say echo Arun, echo Ramesh, echo Satish, echo Sai. Okay, so I have these many lines. So here I want to, okay, I want to comment many lines here. So here for commenting many lines, for single line I can go ahead for this hashtag. Okay, when we are making it multiple lines, you need to use this word. Okay, that is colon, this back quotes, and in the single quotes you can have any words here. Now say for an example here, the back, okay, I'm having as a tag, and till Satish I don't want to print. Okay, till Satish I don't want to print, and you need to say use the same word what you are using here. Okay, so tag, I'm just trying to print it. So is the Ramesh and Satish is printing? So that is commenting many lines. Once we start writing the programs, that is the shell programming, we will also include these commenting in many lines also. See, it can be of any words. It's not only tag, it can be of any words like AAA. So make sure you don't have that keyword inside the script. That is in the main business logic. So here also it is getting work. So to comment a many line, you need to use this, the back quotes and this triple and the any keyword here. Okay, and the main thing here is this two back quotes and the single quotes here, right? And the next one here, we are going to learn about the quotes. Okay, okay, see here we have many codes. See, all these codes are being used for the some formatting. Okay, some formatting and the decoration of a script. Now say for an example, if you are generating a report. Okay, if you are generating a report from a shell script, so it needs to be formatted. Okay, it needs to be formatted in a particular way so that it will looks great. So for that thing here we will be using these codes. Now let's see, I'm using the same 3.sh. Okay, echo, I'm just saying what is that, Ramesh is getting a salary, okay, salary of, again the $5,000. Okay, so this will get printed. So when I run the script, so this is our data. Okay, so when I run this, it will be printed as only the zero, because again for the $5 it will be considering as a variable. Since there is no value for that variable, it will be printing an empty space here. Okay, to avoid that we need to use the codes, that is slash. Okay, this backslash will suppress the special meaning, will suppress the meaning of the dollar here, so that it will be get printed. Now you could able to see, after having a backslash, it is printing as a 5,000. Okay, here echo Ramesh is getting a salary of 5,000. Now here I would like to add more. Okay, on January, okay, by working, okay, by working in TCS. Okay, I want to bring this the by working in TCS in the next line. Okay, so here I am using the slash n. Okay, the slash n, what it will do is it will make the wordings in the next line. So after the slash n, what are the sentence which we have, it will make it in the next line. That is, it will print the new line. Excuse me. So here I am trying to print something in the next line. So here I am using the slash n, so that the sentence after the slash n will be printed in the new line. And here for that reason, here we need to use the hyphen e. So these are some extended option of the echo command. So I am using here the hyphen e for the same. So this is our code. Okay, I'm printing it. See, Ramesh is getting a salary of $5,000 on Jan by working in TCS. Okay, so if you would like to print something in the new line, you can able to do this. Okay, and the next one, we are also having the slash t. Okay, here I'm using the slash t here. That is, it will create the tab space. Okay, which will create the tab space here. Okay, you can verify it. See here. Now the tab space has been interrupted here. So like this, you can able to easily format it. Okay, you can able to easily format your the reports. Okay. Now, if I want to include any commands here, okay, if I want to use any commands here, as now Ramesh is getting a salary of 5,000 on. Instead of Jan, I'm making it with the command. Okay, instead of Jan, I'm making it a command. Command inside the echo, if it is a command, then you need to make it in the backcodes. Within the echo string, if it is a command, then you need to make it in the backcodes. So see here. So that the date will be printed as a command here and not as a string. Okay. Okay. So in the forthcoming example, we will be also seeing this parenthesis. Now here we are going to use the arithmetic substitution. Okay, what is this arithmetic substitution can be done by the two commands. See, yesterday we have seen using the expression command, and also we can use this parenthesis. Okay, either you can use the parenthesis or you can use the expression. Now say for an example, when we are using the expression, I am making a 6 plus 3. Okay, so it is printing as a 9 here. So for the same here, I am printing echo dollar 6 plus 3. So even this parenthesis will make the arithmetic operation when we are choosing this parenthesis symbol. Okay, so like that we can able to do the all the arithmetic operation here. Now we are going to see the examples by using this relational operators, that is equal to, lesser than, greater than or equal to, and using a file test. See here, this F is there whether to check if the file is a regular file. R is there to check whether it has a read permission. W is there to check whether it is a it has a write permission. X is to check whether it has a execute permission, and D is we have whether to check whether it is a directory, and yes we have whether to check it is having a size greater than 0, that is a file is empty or not. Okay, and we have the -e to check whether the file is exist or not. Okay, and these are the some of the string tests. Okay, if the input is not a null, then it will be true. If the input is null, then this z will be true. Okay, and these are the string tests which used to compare it. Okay, now let's use all these relational operator in a single command or in a single shell script. Okay, before that I'm going to use the control statements here. I'm going to use the control statements here. So the first one is the control statement. We need to be thorough with the basic syntax. Okay, the basic whether we are writing the if then else or loop conditions, something like that. So here we need to check. Okay, here we need to check what are the conditions which will be used here. That is, if condition is true, then the action will be executed. Okay, if the condition is true, then the action will be executed and then the fi. Now see here, now for an example, I have given an example. I am just making a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2. Okay, these are my initial values. Okay, after this, if I'm checking it, calling the value a here, if a is equal to 1, then do the calculation of c is equal to expression $a plus $b, then print the value of $c. Okay, only if a is 1, it will be printing. If a is other than 1, it will not get printed. Now see here, I'm just writing in another script, bin bash a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2. Okay, see, whenever you're writing the control statement, first write the syntax first. Okay, and then you can use your business logic. First write the syntax. Okay, and then you can work out on the logic. So here, if the condition satisfy, then the action will take place, then end of the control statement. Okay, so now what we are going to use here is we are checking whether the value of a is equal to 1. Okay, value of a. Okay, this square bracket is used for the test braces. This is called as a test braces, which is used to test the condition. Okay, it will check whether a is equal to 1. Okay, if yes, then C is equal to EXPR $A plus $B. Okay, so now the value of C will become as A plus B. Okay, then echo $C. Okay, so this is our code. Okay, I'm going to run this. The value is output is 3. Now say for an example, I'm just changing the code. I'm making the A as 2 here. I'm making A as 2 here. So this is our code. Okay, I'm trying to run this. So nothing is getting printed because it is checking whether A is equal to 1. Okay, A is not equal to 1. So the condition is failed, then it will come out of the control statement. Now what is the option? What is the option to choose if the condition fails? Okay, what is the option which we need to go for if the condition fails? We have the else condition. Okay, see here, according to the if condition, we have the if else fi. What it will do is, if the condition is true, then it will take the respective action and it will end it. Okay, see here. Okay. Okay. So here, if the condition becomes true, then it will be taking the respective action and the control statement will get end here. Okay. Else it will come to the action part. Now say for an example, in the same code, if A is equal to 1, then do the calculation and print the value of C. Okay. If A is not equal to 1, okay. If A is not equal to 1, that then it will come to the else condition. Else print that. Okay. Okay. Else echo say that A is not equal to 1. Okay. Now see here. This is our code, and while running it, it is printing from the else condition, that is A is not equal to 1 because A is 2 here. It is checking the first condition here, it is getting failed, and then it is directly jumping to the else condition. So are you guys clear till this?
Yes, yes.
Excuse me. Guys, are you guys clear till this? Are you able to get
Yes.
the control statements? Okay, right. So here we are moving to the next condition. Okay, so here we have seen the if then, and then the if then and the else condition, and what on what case you will be using, and on what case you will be using the else if condition. Here when you are using more than one condition. Okay, when you are checking more than one condition, you will be using this else if. Now say for an example, here in our same example, I'm making A is equal to 2, B is equal to 2. If A is equal to 1, it will be taking this action, okay? And then I'm using another option, else if, that is it is checking $A is equal to 2, okay? First it will be checking whether A is equal to 1, okay? And as a second condition, it will be checking A is equal to 2 or not, okay? If A If A is equal to 2, then it will be taking the arithmetic operation as expr $A minus $B, okay, and then it will be printing the value, okay. Echo else A is not equal to 1 and 2, okay. So this is our script now. Now what will happen here? If A is 1, it will go for the addition. If A is 2, it will go for the subtraction. Okay. So I'm just running the script now. It says 0 because 2 minus 2 is 0. Okay. I'm just changing the value to 1 here. Okay. So this is our code. Okay. So now here you have seen the example for using the if, else if, and the else case. Here if A is equal to 1, it will be going for the addition. If A is equal to 2, it will be going for the subtraction, okay. So always try to write the code, okay. Like the left side will be the condition checking, and in the right side have your actions, okay. So even I can able to write the code by this way, okay. So here can you able to when you're seeing the code, can you able to see which is a condition and which is action here?
It's bit tough.
So it will be a little bit tough. So writing out the code in the standard way, it will be making you to understand easily. Okay. So just by seeing this, I can say I have two conditions. Okay. The one condition is here and one condition here. And if both are getting failed, then I will be making it to the else condition. Okay. Here now, using this if condition, I'm going to use a script where it is going to check all these operators. Okay, where it is going to check all these operators. So see here, our own official. So these are just some of the real-time scripts which we have here, and for a sample I'm just executing this script for you guys. Okay. Okay. Okay, see here. Okay. Here I am just assigning a variable called file is equal to /root /test.sh. So using the single file, I'm going to test all the for file operators here. Okay. So here I'm using an variable file which is I'm using the test.sh. So using this file I'm going to test all these operators. Now if you see here, the first condition here it is checking whether the file exists or not, that is -e. Okay, so -e will check whether this test.sh file is exist or not. If it exists, then it will be printing the statement as the file exists. Okay, else it will say the file does not exist. Okay, then it will be checking whether the file is having a read permission. If it has the read permission, then it will say as the file has the read access, else the file does not have. And the W is for whether to check it is having the right permission or not. Okay, and then -x is to check whether the file has the execute permission. Okay, and the next one -f, whether the file is a regular file. See, regular file means if you are having the hyphen at the starting. If you are having hyphen at the starting, then it will check. Whether the file is a normal file. If it is a D, then it's a then it's a directory. Okay, so it will be checking the execute permission here and the file whether it is a regular file, and D is the whether to check it's a directory. Okay, and here I have included the yes whether to check whether the file is a zero file or not. Zero file means whether it is an empty file or not. See here the writing the if condition is everything is the same. Here I'm just changing only the operator here as -s, -d, -f, -r and so on. Okay, and here the next one I am checking whether the input is null or not null. Here I have created a variable called var and I'm assigning the value as hello. Okay, -n it is a not null. Okay, so echo it will vary, it's a non-empty because here I have a value for the where. So it means that it is a non-empty variable. We have some value for this variable. So it says echo variable is not empty. Or if you would like, I can make it as a. Okay, a is equal to hello. Okay, and I'm calling the variable a here. Okay, echo variable is not empty. So I can say here variable a. Okay, or well, let me make it as in the uppercase. Okay, variable a is not empty because we are having a value as hello here, and -z whether to check the variable is empty or not. Okay, it will be true when the string is empty. So here also I'm making it as a here. Say variable capital A is empty. Okay, variable capital A is empty. Okay, so now I'm going to run the script, that is 4.sh here. What it says? The file does not exist. Because the file is not existing, everything will become as into the false condition. It is not having the read permission, it is not having the write permission, it is not having the execute permission, and this is a special file. Okay, instead of special file, I think it should be as a not an empty file. Okay, this is not a directory. The file is 0 because the file doesn't exist. The variable A is not empty and the variable is empty here. This is to check the strings. Now I am creating a file. Okay, now I am creating a file, touch space test.sh.
Arun,
Okay,
here I have a small
yeah, tell
question.
me.
So instead of like checking all the things when the file does not exist, so why
Mhm.
don't we like just uh, only run the command where the file
Yeah,
exists, then
yeah,
do
we
all the
can.
things.
Yeah, we can. Your point is when the file is not existing, we can exit from that position, right?
Yeah, from there.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we can do it.
Okay.
So what we can do is something like an inner loop we can say. So first let's understand this, then I will write the code for your scenario.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now I have created a file called test.sh. Okay, hence I am running the script now. See here, the file exists. It has the read permission, it has the write permission, but the file is not having the execute permission. If you would like to check the properties of the file, you can check it here. That is slash root, okay, test.sh. Okay, rw-r. See here, does it have the execute permission? No. So here, the file is a ordinary file. That is hyphen. It is not a directory. The file size is 0 here. Okay, and the variable or the non-empty and the empty one. Now, okay, so you guys are clear till this, right? Writing the condition for checking the file patterns.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so now I am going to write the code. Okay, okay. If the file exists, echo this one. Okay, I'm just removing this. Then check these conditions. Okay, and at last I'm making it if the file exists. 1 minute, let me check the code one. Then file exists, else we can make it like this. Okay, I'm just cutting these 3 lines. I'm just running the code. I'm just removing the file rm-rf test.sh. The file does not exist. If I have the file, then it will be throwing all the, see here, the file exists, file has read access and everything. So fine with this, Ramesh?
Yeah, this
So I can verify the code. See, in the first if condition, I am checking whether the file exists. If the file is existing, then it will be going on with the other condition checking. Okay, all this checking. If it not exist, then it will come to the else condition, and it will be throwing as else the file does exist. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So now moving on to the more examples. Okay. So here, let me use whether the file exists or not. If not, let it create it. Using the same if then else condition, I'm just creating here if, okay, if a file called college, okay, for existence we need to use this. If a file called college exists, then echo file college is available. Okay, else echo, okay, file college, let it be like this, txt is not found. Okay, so this script is going to check the existence of the college.txt file. If it exists, then it will throw the messages, then echo file college.txt is available. Okay, else echo file college.txt is not found. Okay, so you need to close this and you need to make it as the F5. Okay, and use the shebang line /bin/bash. Okay, I'm just running the script now. This is our code. Okay, this is our code, and I'm running this. The file college.txt is not found. Okay, now we can able to do another way. If the file is not existing, okay, if the file is not existing, then we can make the file to be created. Okay, so now it will be checking whether the file is existing or not. Okay, if the file is not existing, then echo file not found, and then I am executing a command touch space college dot txt. It is being created now, and then echo again. Okay, file college dot txt is, okay, echo file college dot txt is created. Okay, see here I have written the code. If the file is existing, then it will print the file college dot txt is available, and it will exit from the, and it will be exiting from the control statement. Now if it fails, okay, if it fails, then it will come to the else condition, and then it will get print. So the file txt is not found, and then it is creating the file touch space college.txt and echo the file dot txt is created. So this is our code, and I am making it. See here, since the file .txt is not found, then it has executed this command and then it is printing as the file college.txt is created. Now check whether the file.txt is available. Is that created? The file.txt?
Yes.
Okay.
So here I have one more question,
Yeah.
Elizabeth. When it is checks, like it will check in only root directory or all the directories?
No, if you're not mentioning the path here, it will be checking only in the current directory, that is in the /root directory. If you want to make in other directory means, then you can directly include a path here, which is /j. So it will be checking under the /j. Under /j d1 directory, it will be checking whether the caller.txt is available. Now let me execute this. So this is our code. Okay. Now again, if it fails, then it will print and again it will create the file in the current directory. Okay. See here. Because it is printing in the, it is creating in the current directory where it is checking in the D1. So likewise, you can able to create at any path, but just by giving the absolute path, just by giving the whole path here.
But the file is already there, so it is replaced the file, or
No, actually
it's
here,
just create.
now this get fails.
Yeah,
Now,
that get failed, but we already have a file the same name with the same name in the root directory. Now it
correct.
is one more, it is created in the same directory.
Yeah, it will be overwritten.
So that will okay. So it won't throw any error like saying the only file is exists. So do you want to replace it?
No, since it is an empty file, it will not throw the error.
Oh, okay. If it is not empty, then it will throw an error.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Now
okay.
say for an example, uh, here I'm just creating a file. See here, again I'm using touch space the college.txt. Okay, it is creating the empty file. Now I'm having a data here, some content. Okay, some content to the college.txt file. So what it will do here is, now we can say the college is having some text. Okay, now say for an example, I am trying to copy and a one file, okay, which is from the other location into the same name. Now see here, in under the TMP, okay, under the temp I am having the same file, college.txt. Okay, touch space /temp / college.txt. Okay, now I am trying to copy from temp to the /root directory. Now what it says, whether to overwrite or not. Okay, if I give yes, it will get overwritten. If I give no, it will not get overwritten. So when it is having a data, then it will be throwing the.
No, my question is about the as you said, CP command will do that,
Mhm.
but through the shell scripting. So we have given the command as touch the
Even
college.txt.
see actually, okay. Okay. So what is the use of a touch command here? The basic
To
function of a
create a
touch command.
file,
Sorry,
to create a file.
to create a file. No, actually
Yeah,
that's wrong. Touch command is used to change the timestamp. Touch
yeah,
command
yeah,
is
that's true.
used to change the timestamp. If you see the document, see here. Touch is to change the file stamps here. Okay, so the touch space file name will be creating an empty file, but the ultimate aim of the touch command is to change the timestamp. Now say for an example here, ls-ltr. I'm having this Chennai file. Okay, what is the last modified time? Jan 22 8:43. Okay, now what is the server timing? Jan 27. I am touching the Chennai file now. Okay, ls-ltr. Now check the Chennai file timestamp. Previously it was Jan 22. Now I have changed it to Jan 27 according to that is the server timing by using the touch command. Okay, touch command is used to change the timestamp and not to create a file. See, it means that when we are using the touch space and a file name, okay, if the file is not present, okay, if the file is not present, then it will be creating such a file. Okay, start. So that is the use of a touch here. So when you are using when you are using the touch command inside the shell script, it will not overwrite the data. It will just change the timestamp. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Right. Okay. Okay. Let's get into the other examples. So these are the conditions how we can able to use the if conditions. Okay. Next here we are going to use this the and the or operator. Okay. See here you can able to use the operator, this operator, that is hyphen a or this dollar 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 dollar. This is one and condition and this is another and condition. Okay. So what is the basic logic? So what is the basic logic which will get into the and condition? Hope you would have studied in your school days or in your engineering days.
Sorry, can you repeat the question once again?
Operator and operator.
Yeah. Now how the and the or gate will work?
Positive, positive, it's positive.
Okay. That is for
And
okay. So here for the AND gate, again, just refreshing you guys. If we have input from both the side, then it will create the output. If we have input from both the side, we will be having output. Even if there is no input from one end, we will be not getting the output. But whereas in the OR gate, if we have the input in both the sides or even in one side, we will be getting the output. Okay, so that is the difference between the and the OR gate here. So here, how we can able to use these two? Okay, see here I'm using the two conditions. Okay, here I am verifying whether the $A is existing and $B is existing. That is within a single test parameter. And here when I'm using this ampersand symbol, okay, here I'm checking separately. So when you are using this hyphen a, that should be in a single test braces. When you are using this double and condition, it should be in the separate test braces. So that only it will get work. Now say for example, let me execute an example for the same. Okay. See here, what we are doing here is, in the first case, it is checking whether the file Sony and the Onida file is existing. Okay. If both are, only if both are existing, then it will create a file called LG. Okay. It will print the message as file LG is created. Okay. And then it will list the properties of the LG file. Else, it will say that either Sony or Onida is not available to create a file called LG. Right? Now, okay, see here, cat space 5 dot, I think 6 dot sh. Okay, 6 dot sh. Okay. Satish, can you tell me on running the script, what will be printed on the screen here? Satish?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, on running the script, now what will be printed on the screen? Whether it will print anything or it will not print anything.
You print
It will print. Okay, what it will print?
file is created. File LG is created.
Sorry?
File LG is created.
File LG is created. Okay, and Ramesh?
Here, I guess it will check the condition from the first line. So it will, if the file is not there, then it will create the file and it will show you the permissions of that one, like ls minus il command will do that.
Okay. So here, since
Basically, this will create the file.
it will create the file.
Then it prints
Hey
file
guys,
LG.
only if the condition is becoming true, then it will execute all these actions. Only if the
Yeah.
condition becomes true here. Only if the condition becomes true here, then it will execute all these actions. Else,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
you got it?
I got
So
it.
only if this condition becomes true, only if we have the Sony and Onida file, both the file, then it will be creating all this action part. Else, it will be executing only from the else condition. That is, the Sony or Onida is not available. So we are not able to create the LG file.
Yes.
So I am running the command, I am executing the script now. What it says, either Sony or Onida is not available. So we are unable to create the LG file. Now say for an example, with the touch command I am, okay, with this cat command I am creating the Sony file and an empty file. Okay. Now you could be able to see that I am running the script again. Still it says either Sony or Onida is not available to create, because in the AND condition both the conditions should become as true. Both the Sony and Onida should be present so that it can create the file called LG. Now I am creating a file called Onida. Okay, an empty file is created now. Now I am executing the script. See here, the file LG is created and it is showing the details, because since both the file are present, then it is executing the touch space LG, and then it says file LG is created, and then it is executing the command that is ls-l LG. That is to show the properties of the LG file. So is that clear, guys?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Ramesh?
Yes, I got that.
Okay. See, again to create a file or to move a file, again there are many commands we have. Either you can use a touch or cat or anything. Okay, but when we are using the many commands, we should not forget the primary job of a command. Here the primary job of a touch command to change the timestamp, and the secondary only is to create the empty file. Okay, so
Yes.
and this so hence I have used the cat command here. So I am creating an empty file by giving the input a redirection symbol. Okay, so the next one here I am going to use, okay, see, you guys while practicing the shell scripting, execute all the examples first given in the document, okay? Understand that and try to write the code, try to execute the example without seeing, okay? Type everything on your own and run the shell script. You will be getting many errors and then try to fix it and then compare your code with the original code, okay? Don't try to copy and paste it and run it. That is no way use, okay?
Yes.
Okay, here I'm going to use this ampersand symbol, that is for again using the making for the checking the and condition. vi7.sh. Okay, see here what it's doing here is if the file November exists and if the file December exists, then it will be creating a file called Jan. Else it will say that file Jan is not created. Okay, on running this command,
Yeah, first it will check the condition. So if any one of file is there, then it will create the generic file, or else it will throw an error.
yeah,
It says file is Jan is not created.
so it will,
Either of the file should be there.
no, I think I don't have the files. File Jan is not created. Okay, I am just creating the November file now. Okay, so this now what it will print while running the script? I have created the November file. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't understand the question, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Now,
He did
Satish,
not
I'm
get the
asking
question.
you. I'm going to run the script. Okay. Now, what it will get printed on the screen? If it is printing, what it will be printing? If it is not, if it is no, then you can leave it as it is. What will happen if I execute the script?
File Jan is not created.
Sorry.
Same thing will happen.
Same thing. Okay, you're right. Because we don't have the December file is because the December file is not available. Okay,
Yeah.
hence the condition will fail and again it will be taking the action from the else line. Now here I am creating the December file. Okay, and then sh7 dot. So now the file Jan would be created. See here. These are the two files which we have created, November and December, and Jan is the file which was created by the shell script, right?
Yeah.
So this is the different use of, and again if you are using the OR condition, okay, even if any one file is present, even if any either November or December is present, then it will be creating the file called Jan.
Jan.
Okay, right. So here the next example, here I'm using the string compare. Okay. Now here the string comparison, here we are using the mail. Okay, the $1 is equal to mail. So what is this $1? Guys, what is the $1?
Yeah, $1 is for checking the name of the file, I guess.
Checking
The name of the file.
main of the file.
Name of the.
I didn't get you.
Uh, it will check the name.
No, actually it's a command line argument. The shell
No,
variable,
we are assigning
the $1.
Yeah, first. It's a first argument.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first
first
argument.
argument.
Yeah.
It will show first argument.
Yeah. Okay. So if you are giving the input as male, okay, then it will print the echo given gender is correct. Okay. Apart from male, whatever the input which we are giving, it will say the given input is wrong. Okay, given input is wrong. Given input is wrong. Please
check the
check.
input.
Okay. So this is our code 8.sh. Okay. This is our code 8.sh, and while executing this 8.sh, I'm running the script. Now say for an example, I'm giving as a female the $1. So this is the $1 here. That is the first argument. What it says? So it is comparing here. So here $1 will be replaced by female. Is female and the male will be equal? No. So the condition will fail, and then it will come to the else line, and then it will be printing as given input is wrong, please check. Now apart from female, I am giving some other input. Then also it will say given input is wrong. Now for an example, I am giving it as male. So this is the comparing your input. So by comparing the input, it will be taking the respective action. So, so is that clear with this example, comparing the inputs?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, the other thing which we have is the negation. Negation is if the file is not present, then create the file called FB. If the file is not present, then create the file called FB. Now say for example 9.sh. I'm just writing the script bin bash. Okay. If the condition, okay, FB. If this file is not present, then touch space FB. Okay. If the file is not present, then create a file called FB, and then echo, say that file FB is created. Okay. Okay. And can we use a else condition here, guys?
Your we can use it.
Yes. Okay. See here, what I'm saying here is, so if the file does not exist, then it will create the file FB and it will print it. File FB is created. Okay. If the file, okay, if it fails, okay, if it fails, then it will make it as a file FB is already exist. Now this is our script. Okay, I am running it now. File FB is created. Okay, because the file FB is not available. Okay, now it has created it. Now I'm running the script again. Now what it says? The file FB is already exists, because in the, from the first, when we have executed for the first time, it has created the file. When we are executing the same script for the second time, it says the file FB is already exists and hence it was not able to create it. Okay. So fine guys with this.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. See, when you are having an really, when you are good in writing a shell scripting, it means that you are good in the Unix knowledge. So every day we will be in the real time, we will be writing the shell scripts every day to automate the stuffs. Here just I'm using a very simple example first to make you comfortable in the shell scripting. Okay, I don't want to give all the real time examples so that you will see the script wired and you should not get afraid of it. See, I can show you some of the real time scripts
Got it.
here. Language. See, these are the some of the scripts which we will be using to find the large files in the servers. And you can able to see. So here I have the different sample script to check the basic information, checking the existence of a file, and for the file management, and to delete the empty files in the server, and to check the server utilization and all those things. Now say for an example, check this script, server utilization. See here. This is the script which we write to check the server utilization. So even I will be sharing this file with you shortly. So even you have
Yes,
asked
yes.
what
That's
will be
great.
the day-to-day task in our Unix environment, Ramesh?
Yes,
So one
yes.
scenario which you can take is
Yes,
you
yes.
will be writing daily one shell script. See, you will be not having such a requirement, but if you are writing one script daily, where within a 1 month you will be becoming as a Unix expert.
That's
Right?
great. I mean, yeah. Thank you for the information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So let's move on to the next example. Okay. So here, so far we have seen the control statement using a case, sorry, using a if then else. Okay. Here we can use also the switch case here. Okay. The switch case. Okay. The switch case is similar to the if then else condition. By having many inputs, it will be taking any one particular action. Now say here, for this example, case pattern in pattern 1. If pattern 1 is matches, then it will be taking this action. If pattern 2 matches, then it will be taking this action. If pattern 4 matches, it will be taking the action 4. So like this you can able to have many conditions and the actions respectively, and you can take the necessary steps. Okay. Now say for an example, I'm just writing an one case statement here. Okay. So before writing the case statement, I would like to write another simple program. Simple shell script, say bin bash. Okay. See here, so far we have seen the commands and the shell script where we are hard coding the value. Okay. So here I am making it as enter the value for A. Okay. So read A. Okay. Echo enter the value for B. Okay, read B. Okay, and here C is equal to expr
$A
okay,
plus
dollar capital
$B
A plus
plus $B.
capital B. Okay, and then echo dollar
$C.
C, and I can make it as what is that? Addition. Okay, addition of A and B is $C. Right, track this. Okay,
Yes.
so this is our code. Okay, so when we are running this code, first it will be printing this echo line, enter the value for A. When I'm giving a value, it will be saved in the variable called A. So that is the read which we use to get the input from the user. Okay, and then it will be printing enter the value for B, then we will be giving it the value for B, and it will be finally it will be doing the calculation, and it will be printing this echo line. So 10 dot sh, enter the value for A 10, value for B 20, the addition of A and B is 30. So by this way, this is an example for an interactive script. Okay, interactive script means you are not hard coding any value on the fly. On the fly you are changing the, okay, on the fly you are changing the values. Okay, so say for an example, again I am making it say 40, value for A, value for B is 50. Okay, in the previous examples we were hard coding A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. So the many times we run, it will be giving the same output as 3. Okay, here we are getting the input from the user and then we are printing it. Okay, so same as like that here for the case statement. Okay, echo give the input. Okay, first it's saying give and then reading the input from the user, and the input is saved in the A variable, and if it's probable, okay, if the input is probable, then it will be throwing this echo statement, request for interrupt interface. Okay, Ravi, if the input is Ravi, then it will take this action. If it is Gauri, it will take this action, itna paisa denge, and it will, if it is Manisha, it will be, okay, it will be taking this respective action. Now see here I am following the same syntax here for each. Okay, at each of the control statement you should have the double semicolon here. Okay, for the case statement, for checking each condition, it should have the double semicolon, and at the last line it should be the reverse word of the case. You can able to see E C E S A C, that is the reverse of the case word here. Now say for an example, okay, if none of the input matches, okay, then I can use this asterisk. Then I can say something like a else condition in the if. None of the input matches. Okay, none of the input matches. Okay, so this is our code. Okay, I'm going to run this now. Yes, sh space 11.sh. So give the input. Okay, I'm making it as, say for an example, Ravi. Okay, so it is, when I type the input as Ravi, it is printing the respective action. Now again I'm running, I'm giving us some other words. It says none of the input matches. That is, from this section it is executing it. Now again I'm running it, I'm making the input as Prabal. So it is printing from the request for the interrupt interfaces. Okay. So by this way, you can able to write the case statement, and you can avoid using the if conditions. See, the same business logic can be used for the both if then else condition and the case statement. Okay. Now say for an example, if I press 1, I need to show the CPU information. If I press 2, it should say the memory information. If I press 3, it should show the user information. So like this, I can convert it to my to the real-time scenarios. First, be strong with the syntax first. Okay, first be strong with the syntax first, and then you can include your business logics. Here I have given an question. So which is better and easier? If then or the if then else or the case statement. So which one would be better, guys?
If then, I guess.
Okay.
Now we have to write everything in the loop case.
Okay. Actually, the case statement will be better when comparing with the if then else and the case statement. Case statement will be better, and also the code will become in a shorter way. The code
Oh,
which we can
okay.
minimize. Say for an example, the if you are writing the if then else in 10 lines or 15 lines, we can able to make the same with the case statement in 5 lines. Always the code also should not look like bulky. Okay, the code should be short and precise. Okay, so it's better to use always the case statement here. So the case statement will be the better when compared to the if then else. Okay, next, coming on to the loops. Okay, so in the loops, okay, so why we are going for the loops first? What is the basic necessity? Okay, see here we will be getting on to the loops. Okay, we will be getting on to the loops for the case when we are having more than one input. Okay, or when you are having multiple inputs. Okay, see so far we have been assigning A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, only the two inputs. Okay, but when you are trying to use more than one input or multiple inputs, and then you will be going for the loop statement. And when you are using the condition, okay, within the loop, if you want to use the condition, then we will be going for the while loop. Okay, with the loop, if you want to use the condition, then we will be going for the while loop here. The next one is the nested loop. Nested loop means a loop within the loop. So here we will be having inner and the we will be having the inner and the outer loop, the both. Okay. The next one, the until loop. Okay. Here the until loop is the opposite of the while loop. So here you will be also learning about it. And the infinite loop. Okay, infinite while loop. Infinite while loop we will be using when we want the continuous action needs to be take place. Okay, now let us see the examples for all these loops. Now first, the basic syntax for the for loop. Okay, for the variable name which we are using in, okay, and the variable values. Okay, the input values for this variable name, okay, do, action, okay, and the done. Okay, so if according to the input values, it will be taking the respective action. Now say for an example, let me execute this command or this script. Okay, so here I'm using a variable, okay, and in these are the input values. So 1, 2, 3 are the input values. So while running it, so for the first one will be getting in. It will be printing as welcome 1. And for the second loop, it will be getting number 2. It will be printing welcome 2. And for the third loop, it will be getting the number 3 and it will be printing as welcome $3. So here, this is our code, okay, while running this 12.sh. So welcome 1, 2 and the 3. Okay. So are you able to get to how the loop is working here, for loop? For this
Yes.
variable, these are the input values. Okay. So you can have many input values as like that. Say for an example, if you want to make it in a range, okay, if you want to make it in a range, then you need to use the floor braces here, say 1 to 20. Okay, so for that case, you don't want to print, you don't want to type as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 20. So this is our code, and while running, okay, it will be printing with that respective input values. So that is when we are having multiple values, here we can use the loops. Okay. Okay. So here, the while. Okay, the next one, the while. Here, as I told you, when we are using the loop with the condition, when we are using the loop with the conditions, we need to go for the while loop. Okay, when we are using the loop with the conditions, we need to go for the while loop here. Now, say for an example, I'm just executing this script. Okay. Okay. While A is equal to, okay, guys, on executing this script, can you tell me what will happen?
Yes, it iterates 10 times, then it will, every time A will be added, increased and added one place.
Sir,
But
can you
you
please be a little bit
commented,
louder?
okay, it will, the A value will be iterated 10 times. Every time it will added by one.
Okay, say every time
Up
what it
to
will
10.
do is it will be printing the only one value as 1.
Yes.
The reason here
But
is,
it will. It's comment. You commented this
yeah, since I
section.
have commented this, see here, now A is equal to 1. It is checking the condition whether A is less than or 10. So A is less than 10. So the condition becomes true. Okay, and then it will be printing the echo as 1. Okay, and then again the same value is getting in. Again A is equal to 1. 1 is lesser than 10. It will be printing 1. Again 1 is lesser than 10. Printing it. Again 1 is lesser than. So this will become as an infinite loop. This will become as a an infinite loop here. Sorry. I am running the script 13.sh. See here, it will be keep on running. Here, so hence I am incrementing. Hence I am incrementing the value of A by 1. So the first time, so for the first time when it is getting in, okay, A is lesser than 10, okay, so A is equal to A plus 1, that is A will become as 2, okay, so it will be printing 2, and again 2 will get into the loop, 2 is lesser than 10, and then 2, A is equal to 2 plus 1, 3, and it will be printing 3, and again it will get into the loop, so till it has become as 9, it will be keep printing the loop values. Now say for an example, what is that, cat space 13.sh, okay, and while running it 13.sh, something wrong, okay, yes, line number 7. Okay, so running the script again. So are you able to understand this while loop?
Yeah.
For an example,
Yes.
if I use this echo statement before this arithmetic operation, it will also print 1.
Yeah, got it.
See here. So this is our code. So that's the difference here. Okay. And again, we need to be careful when writing using the business logic. We need to test it like each and every line before we are moving the code to the production servers. Okay. So here I have the same kind of examples for you guys. You can test it for the same. Here I'm going to teach you, the next one is the nested while loop. Okay, a loop within the loop. Now let me copy this. Okay, see here. First we are getting the input from the user. Okay, read A. If the value is less than 10, then it will be making that value to B. Say for an example, if I'm giving the 1, here at the line number 7, B value will become also 1, and then here it is getting into the second loop here. You can able to see, then it is getting into the second loop. This is the first loop. Okay, this is the first loop. After checking the A value is 1 and we are making B is equal to 1, and it is checking whether the B value is greater than 0. So 1 will be greater than 0. So the condition becomes true, and here the starting of the second loop here. Okay, and it will be printing the value echo, okay, and then it will be printing the value echo -n, okay, -n the $b, that is it will be printing the value here, okay, and then it will be making the value of b is equal to expr $b minus 1, that is the value of b is 1, okay, so 1 minus 1 will become as 0, okay, and then again the 0 will get into this same inner loop, so 0 is not greater than 0, and then it will exit from the inner loop, okay, and then it will exit from the inner loop, okay, and then it will be printing an empty line, that is to the next line, then it will be incrementing the value of a here, that is a is equal to 1 plus 1, that will become as 2, and then 2 will get into here, and till the a values reaches to 10, okay, it will be the loop will be keep running. Say for an example, this is our script, okay, on running this sh14 dot, I'm making as 1, so this is our output. Just read the code once and let me know whether you have any doubts in that. So are you able to get how the output is getting generated in this manner?
Yes, I mean, anyway, I mean, we understand while doing it. I mean, we understand
Yeah,
that, I guess.
yeah. So when you are typing on your own and when you are checking some error messages, you will be having a great understanding. See here I have not used any much high logics here. Here we are using two loops, both are while. Okay, first it is getting the input as 1. So this is the one which I am giving it. Okay, it is checking whether 1 is lesser than 10. Yes. So b is equal to 1, and then it is coming to the inner loop. Okay, it is coming to the inner loop here. So 1 is greater than 0. So the condition is getting, so the condition here it is getting satisfied. So echo -n the $b. This is to print in the next trailing output. That is here the 1 will be printed. Then here it is keeping the value as b. Okay, b is equal to expression $b minus 1. Okay, and so 1 minus 1 will become as 0 and it will be getting from the loop outside. So here a is equal to 1. 1 plus 1 will become as 2, and then which will be getting in again. Okay, and then the respective value will be printed. So I can say this is for one loop and this is for one loop, this is for one loop and this is for one loop. So you can able to check the increment and the decrement value by using this greater than and this lesser than. Okay, see as for again the programming side, only when we are starting only when we are start writing the code on our own, only then we can able to understand. So again, just by seeing multiple times the code, we will be not in a position to understand the same. So even if it is 3-line code, try to write it and execute it so that you can able to understand it clearly. Okay.
Yes.
So here and then here I'm using the infinite loop. Okay. Here in the infinite loop, I'm using while colon Okay, so that is using any values. Okay, here the infinite loop says using any values I am running the loop here. So vi 15 dot, say example as such, bin bash, okay, echo, control C to stop. Now, so for an example, this is our code, okay, on running this. Sorry, this is our code on running this. So this goes for the infinite loop. It will be keep printing it until we stop or until we exit from the command. Okay, until we exit from the command line. So that is the example for the writing the infinite loop here. Okay. The next one here, we are going to use a keyword called break. Okay. So here we will be using the two keywords, the break and the continue. Okay, see here. Now what we are doing here is, first we are making the value of a is equal to 1, assigning, okay. Assigning a is equal to 1 and checking whether the a is lesser than 10. Yes, a is lesser than 10. Then do, okay, a value of a will be printed, okay, and then within the while condition, okay, within the while loop, I am using the if condition, okay. If $a is equal to 5, if $a is equal to 5, then break the loop. Here we will be using the break and the continue keyword only inside the loops, that is the break and the continue. So here we can say, then break the loop when the value of a becomes equal to the 5, okay, and then end of the if condition, and then it will be for incrementing the value. I am here I am using this line. For incrementing the value of a, I am using this line. So this is our script. While running this, see, though we have the condition from 1 to 10, that is, it will be accepting 1 to 10, but we are breaking the loop, okay, but we are breaking the loop when it is equal to 5. So that is the use of a break here, okay. So you will be in the real-time scripting, you will be also seeing these keywords, that is the break, okay, and then, okay, okay. So here, as same as like that, here you can able to use the until loop. Until loop is nothing but the opposite of the, what is that, opposite of the while loop, okay. So until a is lesser than 10, okay, this loop will be running, okay. Here I have said that this loop would continue forever because a is always greater than or equal to 10, okay, greater than or equal to 10. So it would never become less than the 10 here. So here, instead of using greater than, I have used the lesser than 10. Now say for an example, now a is equal to 10, okay. So now here 10 is lesser than is not equal to lesser than 10. So it will come here and then it will print the value as 10 and the value is getting incremented. Okay, and the value is getting incremented here. So 11. So here 11 is not lesser than 10. So it will again print the value of 11 here. So that is until A is lesser than 10, keep the loop running. Until the A is lesser than 10, keep the loop running. Okay, if the value become as lesser than 10, then the loop will get stopped. So when the by what means we can make the value of A is value of A to become as lesser than 10 here in this script, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we need to do
So
to make the value of A to make it as lesser than 10.
9 is also lesser than 10.
Yeah. So how to get that 9 here?
Uh, so you want us to give the user to give input, or like just the script?
No, the input will be the same. Okay.
Okay,
Here I
input will be
want to
this.
make the see here by this case the input value will be keep increasing 10, 11, 12, 13. It will be keep printing. Okay. But I want to make the value of 10 in the reverse order 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, make it in the expression e
Minus
dollar
one.
a minus 1.
Hmm?
A minus one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here the expression has to be changed here. Okay. If I use the expression or even I can also use the while loop here. So that is the difference between the while and the until loop. Okay. So based on our scenario, based on our requirement, we will be using any loops here. Okay. Right. The next section, how to use the functions here. Okay. How to use the functions here. Now, say for an example, the use of a functions. Okay. The usage of the functions here, where a series of instructions and the command which will be given in a file, and that will be called as a function here. Okay, and the functions performs particular activity in the shell. Okay, so whatever the activity which we are making in a file, so that will be performed. Okay, so to define the function, we need to use the following syntax. So that is, and a function name, this parenthesis, open and the close flower braces, okay, and the action, okay, and the action here. Okay, if you would like to use the return, you can use return when you want to return some value. Okay, when you want to return some value, then you can use this return clause in the function. Until then it is not required. Okay, now say for an example, I am writing in a small function vi, say for an example f1.sh. Okay, bin bash. Okay, bin bash, and then function f1. My function name is f1. Okay, so here I'm declaring the function echo hi, echo hello. Okay, so this is, I have defined my function. Okay, I have declared this is my function, so it will be executing two actions. Okay, it will be printing hi and the hello. Okay, see here, so this is our code. Okay, this is our code, and then sh, See here, I am running this function which is not getting printed anything. Okay, because here I have defined the function, but I have not called the function. Okay, here I have defined the function, but I have not called the function yet. So I need to call the function by having its name. So here this is our code, and while running it, I can able to print it. Okay. See, if you are calling for if you are calling the function for one time, it will be printed for one time. If you are calling the function for multiple times, and again it will be printing the same. F1, say YYP. I am calling the function for many times. Okay, I am calling the function for many times. So cat, this is our code, and here I am running it. So as many times I call, it will be printing the same. So here, the reason why I have repeated the calling the F1 function means when we are having a code, when we want to run it, we don't want to have this code many times here. Okay, I don't want to write as again echo hi, echo hi hello, echo hi hello, echo hi hello. Okay. Now consider the same case when you are writing with the echo statement. Okay, only with the echo. Okay. So should I write all these 10 lines? Okay. So should I write this all these 10 lines? So when you are using the function here, your code will become as a simpler and the shorter. Okay, the code will become as a simpler and the shorter. So by this way you can able to use this. Now say for an example, let me have the both the case. Okay, let me have the both the case here. Say 1.sh. Okay, 1.sh. So to print this 5 times, echo, that is copy YW, okay, P, okay. So this is my one of my script, okay, okay, and I'm opening the function. So that is to print for the 5 times, okay, and here I'm going to use I'm just comparing, okay, I'm just comparing the codes we split 1.sh, okay. See here, see the both the script will give the same output. Both the script will gives the same output. Here just to hard code it, I am printing echo hi hello, echo hi hello, echo hi hello, and for the 5 times. Here I have defined in one place, I'm just calling the function for the 5 times. Okay, so which code is better and which one you will be using this?
And the function with the
Function.
syntax,
So
not the.
now you got the ultimate use of a function.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. See again for an example, if you want to say for an example, I have the same case here. I have some more action. Echo hi hello, how are, my God, you. Okay. Again, if the code is making lengthy one, if the code is lengthy, then again I cannot write all these 6 lines in my script. Okay. Again, totally the code will be seeing as a the lengthy one. Okay, the code will become as a big. I want the code to be made as shorter. Okay, now if I execute, it will also print hi, hello, how are you. But if I want to implement the same scenario at here, what will happen? Again, I need to in each and every line I need to make it as the how are you, how are you, how are you, and how are you. So using a function in the shell script make the code the shorter, and also it will be easy to use when we are defining a function. By this way the function will be getting better. Sorry, the script will be getting
Okay.
better when we are using the function.
The function.
Okay, for an example, if I am running the script, so 5 times it will be printing it. So whatever the business logic which you want to include within the function, you can go ahead. Okay. Okay. See here we can also use the functions by defining these cases. Okay, I'm just writing the function as a today. Okay, I'm writing the, you can able to say I'm just writing the function as today here, and it will be printing the respective respective date format. Okay, I am here, I am calling it. Okay, here I'm calling it say F2. Here I have defined the function and here I am calling it. Now say for an example, if I am calling it for many times. Okay. So this is our code, and here I am running it. Okay. So this is another example where you can use this function at wherever you need it. Okay. Here the next one, the functions with the arguments. Okay. So we have not used the functions with the arguments. Here we are going to write the functions with the argument. So from the input which we are giving at the from the input which we are giving from the command line, we can able to get it for the function, and that can be get printed. Now say for an example, fy f3 sorry vim f3.sh. Okay, see here in this function we are declaring the function echo hi hello, and here we are getting the input value which we are giving from the command line $1 and the $2. Okay, and also when you are using the command line argument, you should also call the function with the same command line argument here, that is $1 space $2. Okay. Okay, see here, now this is our code, and then I am running the script. I'm just making the following words as America, Australia. So what it says, hi, hello, With that, I have the $1 and the $2 in place. For example, if you use even any other A, B. Okay, if you want to use the functions within the command line arguments, you can also use this by this way. Okay, so here I have given and the real-time scenario to call a function at a login page. Okay, if you want to call a function at a login page, then add your function to the bash dot rc file. Now say for an example, here we have used one function that is as today. Say f3 dot sh. I think it's f2. Okay, f2. So I'm going to run the script through the bash rc file so that this will get printed when I am logging in. Okay, so vi dot bash rc. So I'm running the function slash root f2 dot sh. Okay, so I'm just running this script from the bash rc file so that it will be executed whenever I log in. I think it has not got printed. Okay, let me add the same to the bash rc profile. Hmm. So I'm logging in again to verify the same, whether the script is executing when the user is logging in or not. So here the case is when people wants to run many scripts once they log in. Okay, say for an example, I want to run some 5 scripts during my login. See here, now it's okay. Now it is calling the function, and while I'm logging in, it is getting printed. Okay, so once you log in, if you want to send a mail, once you log in, if you want to the report or the backup script to be run, so you can call that script from your bash profile file. So add that script and the necessary command to your bash profile file so that it will be getting executed. Okay. So here I have the other the function examples. Here within this function we will be using the if then else condition. Okay, and you can able to see the other the other terms of the function here. So again, this is the only we should have it in a logical thinking so that you can easily able to understand. So in the next class, I will be explaining you this how to take a, here I'm writing a backup function, so which is being used in the real time. Okay, how to take a backup using a function on a respective date. So we will be discussing this and how to write the interactive script. Okay, using a menu based. Okay, so in the next class we will be using these examples. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, guys.
Okay, but you can post this video today in
Yeah.
YouTube.